Hey everyone, Dave here with Affordable Door and Gate. I hope you're doing great. Evan had a question about spring clamps, so I thought I'd share it with you because I have used these many times over the years, and I figure we can have a discussion about it. You guys tell me what you like, you don't use them, you do use them, and how they get you out of a bind and all that good stuff. So let's talk about them. Yeah, so first of all, these are actually what I carry in my bucket or my bag, my tool bag. I carry different sizes. They obviously got the smaller ones, which are blue. I always carry two. I got a couple yellow ones. These ones have been used, obviously. Then you got the red ones. There's the big dogs, right? They're bigger holes. That's the assortment that I keep on my truck. But if you need to, if you ever get into a pinch, you can literally drill out one of these if you have to for a bigger size. But I actually have to destroy this spring. Of course, I picked the hardest spring. That's she goes. There she goes. Woof! Went flying. I don't know if I've ever cut my own garage door spring. This will be probably the first time. It feels wrong. It's not under tension, so what could go wrong? Oh yeah, I'm liking that. I'm liking that. Get in there. Oh yeah, yeah. Something let loose. I did not like that. Oh. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is basically I'm about the halfway mark on here from this point here. So what I'm gonna do is just to make sure that this piece don't move, I'm gonna go ahead and tighten it down. I got a 7/16 ratchet wrench, works pretty good. You can use a 3/8 open end too if you need to. You know, if you got 3/8 will fit these guys. 7's a little loose. But now, I'm actually gonna work this puppy around. Try to anyways. It's so much different when you're on a lift or on a let's make sure this is opened up a little more. There we go. Our ends here, our ends right here. Here's another angle of it. Obviously our spring clamp is down here. Open this one up, our second one. These can be a real bear sometimes. So there's that one. And I know it's got to stay on the end there a little bit. So what I might do is I might even just tighten this one down just a little bit. Nothing too crazy. Just to keep it from flopping off on me. And then the fun. The fun. Loosen this back up a little bit. Relax it. Okay. And once you get it in there, I just got it in there. It's just starting. She ain't pretty, but she's there. And most of the time, what you don't want to happen is you don't want it to fall off, because that's always a bummer. Like I said, I'm gonna get this just a little snuggle, like that. I might have to get a hammer. A winding bar might do. That worked. There you go. Like I said, I haven't tightened up this bottom one yet. So we're gonna go ahead and get this one. Now this is where what I'm gonna do. So I'm literally gonna tighten this one down more because I don't want to lose this one, but I want this one to give. There we go. There we go. She's going. That one's loose. Correct, correct. Yep. And there we go. There we go. You can go a little more tail on it if you want, right? You can put a little more tail out if you wanted that, but that's gonna work for being a double clamp. The other side's got about the same. This one's the, you know, like I said, you want to make them kind of polar opposites. You know, North Pole, South Pole. But I ended up, the gist here is, I got this spring. See how much tab I got sticking out? Just a little nub. And I got the same on the backside. And what I do is I crank the hell out of these things. I'd rather break this off. Now I got a ratchet wrench, right, that I use with a socket that you can really put some cranking down force on this. Because typically if you use like a 3/8, it's 7/16, but if you use a 3/8 open end, you'll round it before you'll probably break it. You can break them sometimes with these ratchet wrenches too, but I tighten the crap out of these as tough as I can pretty much so they don't slip. Because I have had them slip and it's no good. So tighten these down really good, tighten these down really good. You want them polar opposite, right? You want North Pole, South Pole, you want them, you know, kind of how I have it here in configuration. Use some caution. Obviously, sometimes these things sticking out can catch stuff behind when it's running. Now, another thing, and so if it's a single spring, you know, if it's just a residential garage door spring, you're gonna probably use one of these or the yellow. I found out on residential garage door springs, 16x7, 16x8, stuff of that nature, garage doors, you know, width and the height, you can normally get away with one. One does just fine. You don't normally have to double them up like this. Normally I double them up in here because I got the room. Plus it kind of stabilizes it because you have this weird kink in it, right? You got a kink here, now you got a kink here. But you know, you guys let me know. Like I said, they're dangerous. There's no doubt about it. And that's one of the reasons why I also charge a service call when you go out there for residential, because I've had people call me back and you only do one of these and they'll call you back and go, hey, it's working just fine. I'm just going to leave it with the clamp on it. And I'm like, well, the clamp is $75. The service call is X amount of dollars, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, you got to get paid while you're there if it's residential, because they sometimes just think you can put this clamp on and they're good to go. Some of the old timers and just people in general think they're kind of like, you know, like a car spring. Very, very rarely a car spring ever breaks, right? Well, they think this is the same, but it's not, right? This is a lot more force, a lot more wear and tear. They're gonna break. So, and like I said, if it's just one residential, just use one. You don't need to do two. But if you got a bigger spring commercial, I double them up like this. This has helped me because I've tried one and I've had them slip off before. If you go to wind the spring back up, make sure, this is the wrong size, but make sure obviously, you know, you wear those safety glasses, because if something lets loose, you got to remember this spring is already compromised. It's already got fractures in it. That's why it broke. So it's a matter of time. It's going to break again. And when you wind it, it might break. So I'm not telling you what to do, but I've taken it before and I've left like a turn or two off of this, just to keep the, you know, if the other spring is still in good shape. Don't put so much pressure on this one because it's already compromised. It's weak. Plus it doesn't blow off your clamps, because sometimes you guys will just know when you're in the field, when you're winding these things, you'll feel that thing really start tensing up and you're going, yeah, something feels like it's gonna want to let loose, and they can get you out of a pinch. I don't really recommend them. You do what you got to do when you're out there and you're out in the field, man. You just got to do what you got to do, what you feel is right for the customer. Sometimes you got to walk. So that's my story on the spring clamps. Thank you guys for watching. Like I said, I never, more the merrier, and I always kept two. We even had them, we were getting so, this must have been an old one from the old Ford Ranger that we had. We used to label them even, just so we knew who's and what. We take them back off at the shop and put them back where they got. So, but like I said, at least if you got two and you run into a commercial and you need it a little bigger, typically you can drill them out, but it's a lot easier for you. You don't burn up the drill bits. Just have the right size. Like I said, I carry all three of them in my bag, ready for residential, commercial, but that's just what we do. So anyway, if you guys wouldn't mind, as you're heading out, hit the like button. Hope this helps somebody. If you got questions, let me know. Any of my seasoned vets, let me know what you guys do to make it easier, or do you got anything you can add to it? Put it in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. So otherwise, you guys can always hit me up at daveadubson@gmail.com, and the email will be in the description below. And I hope you guys have a great day. Take care, and thanks for watching.